and trying to have a, so this is good to be aware of, trying to have something so precious and awakening from a girl whom I fall in love madly. I tried to call her last night whether I could mention her name, but she's not available. So right now all I could say is that she's Dutch. Very beautiful, free-spirited. And her parents are kind of like bohemian hippie, So this was when I was around early 20s. And with the permission of my main teacher, and I decided to go to London to study. And for the first time, I left the traditional surrounding where there's things like brocades as a tablecloth, high thrones, attendance, basically really almost like a godly life in one way. I went to London and I was alone. And I learned lots of things like making breakfast, for instance. And going to supermarket and almost buying a cat food, thinking that it is for human beings. So it was a big lesson. Actually, I dare say this, but many younger generation lamas, Rinpoches, really, esteemed high lamas, I think they should go through this. This is what I suggest, actually. It should be in the part of the Rinpoche training curriculum. They should fall in love. And of course, they should make toast and go to a supermarket, so on and so forth. But they should also fall in love. And then this girl should reject him. Because then we know what is suffering. Because until then, when we talk about the truth of suffering, we are always talking about things that's written in the books, like death, old age, sickness, all abstract stuff. Most of the lamas don't know what is meant by paying bills. The pressure of living in the modern society. I have learned a lot, but most importantly, this girl taught me a lot. Because I was completely, madly in love, I think. And because she was very free-spirited, really extremely free-spirited, I would say. I think she grew up in a hippie community, so for her, like, she was like amazingly free-spirited. So sometimes we would travel in the subway, and then she would, nudge me and say, "What do you think of that boy?" Like somebody traveling, just ordinary passenger. And before long, she would be talking to him, and then after a few days, they are already together. Just for a night or two, not long. She discards him also. But she, in her own way, she was very loyal to me, but it was so painful. And here, I'm supposedly the Lama who is supposed to teach the free spirit, non-attachment to whatever you want. And there's this girl, jolly, all the time happy, and really giving me really precious teaching. I must really consider her as one of my awakening teachers. So special, I would say. So I think, in some ways, maybe I could talk about relationship.